God, let it work, please.
You did your best. I love it. I wait till they choose this kind of song.
I have to be very tactical about this.
Let the battles begin! Oh, so just when I thought that maybe the blinds or the knockouts were the toughest parts of this competition when it comes to The Voice Nigeria, guys, the battles is more intense than any other part of the competition yet seen. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One. Let us talk about the battles that has started. Now, before I even go into what went down tonight, let me explain how the battles play out so we don't get we don't get confused about what's going on in the battles. Now, the battles comes on and then we have, we already have the blinds and then we have the knockouts. Now, for each team, the talents in each team will have to compete against each other. Now, most of the teams, all the teams have 8 talents each. So each of these people, they'll be paired in twos whereby they would battle against each other. And then the coach of that team would have to pick one out of the 2 talents that battles on the stage singing the same song. Now, at the end of the battles per team, you would have 4 talents. Now, the good thing about it is the remaining 4, the audience has the opportunity to vote for the last person that will be joining the 4 that have been chosen to go on to the lives. So immediately after each episode of the battles, the audience are allowed to vote for who they think should come back and join the team to make it 5 talents per team. Do you understand? Now let's go into today's competition. The battle starts with Team Waje. And before we even went into Team Waje, we had a guest coach today. His name is Kongwaso. His name is Nice. All right, so we go into the first batch of talents from Team Waje, presenting Matthew and Timi. They were to sing The Prayer by Andrea and Celine Dion. Now, when I heard this song, I was like, somehow, because I know how the song sounds, I was already like, this sounds like a Matthew song, because Matthew is a classical singer and there were parts of that song, or there are parts of that song where you go, I know you'll be all right, all those kind of things. So when I heard that, I was like, this sounds like a Matthew song. However, I love the way they rehearsed. I love the way Waje was coaching them and preparing them for the song. But when I was listening to even the practice, I was really a little bit skeptical for Timi. We know that it's a competition between the 2 of them, so I think that Timi was putting in so much, so at some point her pitch was like going and coming back. But for Matthew, because it is his vocal range and that's his style of music, somehow it was just a little bit chilled about the whole thing. So this is how their rendition went. First of all, I must say that it's not easy to look into somebody's eyes. Probably you guys are doing a duet and you are singing together and you are supposed to have a chemistry, but you know it's a competition. I was like, oh my God, this must be tight. Timi was putting in her best. I really loved her efforts. I say it again with no doubt. Matthew was just cruising all through this performance. It was just his thing. It was his thing and he was enjoying it. Now we had Waje come out to talk to them and say, okay, this is the person that is moving and the person that is going back. Now the person going to the lives obviously was
Matthew. Congratulations, Matt.
I must just say this. Timi was good. But while I watched it, I just made sure that I was not emotional. I was being fair. With the training I have received while watching the battles, while watching the blinds and the knockouts, the training I have received from the coaches, listening to them give their verdict, I was trying to be very fair. And honestly, Matthew deserved to go to the live. So congratulations, Matthew. Now going to the next batch of talents from Team Waje, we have Jochebel and David. Well, they call him Ikandi. And they are performing the song We Found Love in a Hopeless Place by Rihanna.
For me, it was really about their sound more than their voice.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
There's a bit
Because
of
I
right
want,
there.
First thing that strikes me is David and how he was modulating his voice. I think you already know who probably will go into the lives while you are listening to them from their rehearsals. David was already giving me, in fact, his voice was giving, let me just put it that way. Jochebel also put in an effort. She was good. Watching both of them, I would say there was more synergy between Jochebel and David slash Ikande than the first two. That's talking about Matthew and Timi. I just remembering how Rihanna performed at the Super Bowl and the whole that was coming to my mind. But going back to the voice, I really wish that we had both of them move. I feel like this is one reason I said that it's a really tough one when it comes to the battles. I really feel for the judges. Well, Waje had to make a decision, and because of how well David modulated, of course, David was chosen.
I'll go with David.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to announce this next batch of talents, then I'll say something about Waje. The next batch of talents are Faith, Jason, and Martins. These guys, but first, I love to talk about what Waje does with the battles. If you've ever seen the movie Money Heist, you see the way they planned the entire operation. The way Waje was dressed, it felt like an operation was going to happen. However, going back to Faith and Martins, they were to sing Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. Now, one thing about these two guys is that before the competition, before The Voice, they actually knew each other from the streets, knew each other from somewhere. And they're like, my guy, we're in the same team. Okay, we're going to compete. No lady. Like, we're good. We're guys. We're going to see what's going to happen. And then they had their rehearsals. For the first time on the battles, I couldn't really tell very well who would probably be going to the lives because both of them said they were not really conversant with the song. So I was like, let's see what's going to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting Faith and Martins. It keeps getting better. They were good, like dancing in synergy, check, cooperation, check, harmony, check. Coca-Cola with the sauce. Me, I don't mind, so you be culture. All black and white. Anyhow, you be white, you're perfect for life. You know, sometimes when it comes to The Voice or even any singing competition in Nigeria, I always hear comments or see comments like, why don't they sing Nigerian songs? Why don't they sing African songs? I love the fact that Faith and Martins Africanized this song by Justin Timberlake. And the toughest part comes in. Waje had to pick, and then she went for Faith.
Faith goes to the lives.
I agreed with that as well. In fact, in my mind, I was like, okay, Faith is going. Martins was a little bit shaky, but Faith still had more confidence and still sang better. And I wish Martins all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I say it again, let us try our best to be very fair while watching the battles, keep emotions aside, and listen to how these contestants sing. The icing on the cake for tonight is this last performance. These guys blew my mind away. I am talking Tejiri and Chika singing Beauty and the Beast by Celine Dion and Peebo. First, let's check their rehearsals. Their rehearsals was okay. This is another set of contestants or talents that throughout they said that they were not really sure about the song. They didn't really know the song. So I was not sure what to expect, but I already loved Chika. Honestly, when I was saying from a guy, you know, I always say it. I love it when a guy can go high and then come back to his own baritone voice. I really love it. However, guys, without much further ado, let us check out their performance. Like I said, this is the icing on the cake for me. This is the most realistic performance of tonight. It didn't feel like a competition between the two of them. It felt like a duet. It felt like they could choose both of them. At some point, I was very emotional. Oh my God. I didn't even know what was making me emotional. I don't know whether it was the fact that one person has to go or the fact that it was just beautiful. After I had moved my emotions aside, you know, I said it, let's just try to move emotions aside. I listened to the person pronouncing and projecting as best as possible, and clearly I could hear Tejiri. But to be honest, I would have gone for the both of them. We had the judges make their comments about their performance, and all of them did agree that it was more than just a competition for the two of them. It was a performance.
You guys didn't start very well, but the end is better than the beginning. I love it towards then. You guys came back into it, and you did your best.
But Waje had to pick somebody.
I'll go with Tejiri.
Oh my, Tejiri goes on to the lives. For Team Waje, as far as I'm concerned, we have 3 guys and 1 lady. And then, of course, Kate Enshaw comes in and calls out the remaining 4 who were not chosen. And this is where you, as the audience, get to play your part. You get to vote for who you think should be coming back. For me, I think that it's between Chika and Jochebel. Those are the 2. One of those 2, I believe, will be coming back. Well, let's see what the audience has to say. I might be the only one thinking that way, or you might be thinking the same way too. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this episode when it comes to the battles in the comments section. I want to know your thoughts about the guest coach or guest judge. That's nice. Your thoughts about the performance in general. Who are you rooting for? Somehow I feel like your fave might just change as the competition gets tighter. I just think so. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking about The Voice Nigeria. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this love everywhere you go. Till next time, guys, I got you with more right here on this channel. Remember to enjoy every moment. Bye. I think that's my son to die.